Hello Tormach Lathe users. Today we're going to talk about the Tormach Lathe Tool Changer Control Board. Right there, that board. We're going to talk about its failure point. Tormach knows about this failure point. They sent me an email back in February, which we're going to talk about too, discussing this and a few other things. I still would like to thank Tormach for embracing right to repair a bit. Providing schematics, bills of materials, and firmware files. We're still waiting on the VFD PAR files and passwords to be listed on their GitHub, which I will put that link down in the description. So let's get to this email first off. It's going to be a little long-winded, but try to focus it in here. Okay, this email is from the CEO, Daniel Raj, to me personally. Stephen, you seem like someone who is eager to help people fix stuff. One of the reasons I am dragging my feet a bit on your config file project is that I see very low potential to help our customers fix their equipment as a result of the availability of config bits. Pick chips aren't usually failure points in our boards. I hate the idea of you spending your valuable time, me spending money on replacement boards that could have gone to customers in need, if only a small handful of customers will ever benefit from it. I do have a project that is easy and would really help more people, a large number of people, fix their equipment. Our lathe turret board has a reverse relay that fails at a higher than normal rate. Because the relay is soldered and because 98% of our customers prefer to replace the whole board rather than learn how to desolder a relay, we end up landfilling a lot of these boards and our customers spend money they shouldn't have to. Might you be willing to spend a little of your talents doing a board revision to use a socketed relay for this board? I have Eagle files, Gerbers, bills of material. It's an old enough board that it's not in KiCad, but we'd like to move it there. Please let me know if you're interested. I responded back that I was not interested in designing any circuit boards or redesigning any circuit boards, as that is not my expertise. My expertise is repairing circuit boards. I did dabble a little bit in Eagle and Protel back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I quit that to go fly airplanes around the world for a little over a decade. So that brings us to now. The boards they sent me in prior videos, I'm almost done. I got some free programmer time coming up, and I will get those read, get the config bits listed, and they will go back to Tormach. So they're not spending any money, they're not out any money, a little bit of money shipping them to me, and the return shipping. And the config bits from the ones I've already dumped have already helped some customers. Look at the Facebook Tormach user group. I will also link that below. Speaking of the Facebook Tormach user group, this board came from one of those users. I did it in an unboxing with another board on a prior video. As it was coming in about a month ago, this is like 2 months after Tormach sent this email. I kind of shined off on the reverse relay, but it was nice of them to send, I classify that as a service bulletin. Which that helps technicians out. But I was discussing it on a Facebook group, and this guy who chimed up said he had a turret board lost reverse. Well, we already know it's a relay. So as he was sending this in, I pulled the data sheet from TE Connectivity. Was reading the data sheet just in case I couldn't find relays because of the part shortage, to see if there were any other alternatives. And lo and behold, Tormach your engineers need some remedial training or continuing education, because in that data sheet was listed this part along with this part, which if you combine those two parts, and you're listening, Tormach engineers, you get this little device. Okay? And then if you add a relay to it, you get this. So, Tormach, listen up. I already sent you this email about a month ago when I found this out and did not get a reply. How to fix your board redesign. You do not need to redesign your board. What you do is you call up your board house, whoever's assembling your boards in China or wherever you're getting them done at. You tell them you need to have a change of a bill of material. You add this part to your bill of material. And you replace your K1 and your K2 relays with this part. That relay goes, that relay goes. And you take this socket. There you go. Now, that just saved Tormach thousands of dollars in having to redesign circuit boards and do quality control checks, which their engineers should have known if they would have looked at the data sheet for that relay. So your customers, you know, that's what gets me. These boards, these machines, these Tormach machines, you marketed them to makers, tinkers, hobbyists, somebody that wanted the capabilities of CNC machining in their own garage or a bedroom. They're small machines. They're not workhorses. You say 98 or 2% of your customers know how to solder and 98% of them don't. Well, I think you're wrong on that. A lot of people know how to solder. A lot of people know how to desolder. If they don't know how to do it, they know somebody that does. You could stock $5 relays and they could take it to a cell phone shop or somebody like me that does a lot of local work, and that'll pop it in. It takes literally 10 minutes to pop one out, pop one in. You could sell them a socket and a relay, or two sockets, two relays, and they could do it themselves. Now, I see the point if you're marketing it towards a production environment, which is, they're not production machines. They are hobbyist machines. They're not a Haas. They're not an Akuma. They are hobby machines. They're for, single op or small second operations. Yes, they do awesome work. They will do quality production work. I think you lost who your customer base is and who was buying your machines. Again, if you're using the machine to make money and you have to have it fixed today or tomorrow, overnight a board from Tormach. Save your old board. Don't throw it away. You can either send it to me, you can go find a cell phone shop or a computer repair shop. Most of those guys know how to solder.
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Oh, yeah. Said the C word. And you can have them replace the relays for probably minimum shop time. It's not a difficult task. It's 8 little or 16 little through hole desolder connections. So, Tormach, you don't need to redesign your circuit board. So, I will get this buttoned up. I'm still waiting on parts for the other board to come in, and I will get this board back to the Facebook user. And I don't have a turret to fully test it, so he'll do the testing. It should work just fine. Everything else checked out great with the board. I hope that helps you. So if it's not going in reverse, it's the K1 relay. If your turret's not coming on, it's the K2 relay. So I think that's going to be a take. I've tried this a few times, so I just hope it wasn't out of focus again. If it was, oh well. But yep. Have a good night.